So we're back, and things have been going not great, but also not terrible. I mean, since we left, we picked up a 1-1 draw at home to Man City. We lost to Bournemouth. That was a shame because Bournemouth hadn't won all season, and then they smashed us 4-1, and we went 1-0 up as well. So that was a shame, that match. We then drew at home to Wolves, courtesy of a Danny Bath own goal. And then we beat Stoke 3-1 away. So, in all seriousness, like we've got 11 points from 9 games in the Premier League, which isn't the greatest start to season. But then if you consider the fact that we've played Liverpool at home, Burnley away. I mean, you'd expect to lose to Burnley away. Most teams do. You'd expect to lose probably to Man United at home. You'd expect to lose to Tottenham away. You'd probably expect to lose to Man City at home. You'd expect to lose away to the title winners of the Premier League last season. Yet you'd expect to beat Wolves, but you probably expect to only get a draw. Well, so if you look at the schedule that we've had so far, I think we've had the roughest end of the deal. It's not going to get any easier. We've got Chelsea next, but then we've got a bunch of winnable games. And I mean, Huddersfield, no disrespect, but Huddersfield, Brighton, Middlesbrough, Watford at home, West Ham away, West Brom at home. These are all games that we should be winning. And when we get to at the end of the year, Leicester, Newcastle, Leeds, when we get to Leeds, we should be in a far better place. It doesn't make it any easier now, I mean, especially when you look at the league table, and we are currently sitting in 12th. And playing Chelsea next, again, I don't think it's going to get any easier. But then we should start, hopefully, rising up the table a bit. And, teams like Arsenal, Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, they're not doing a lot better. So hopefully we can start seeing an improvement. On the other side, though, it's our first season in the Europa League, and my God, that has gone well. I'm just going to refilter into the European Cup, and you can see here we've won each of our group games. Ajax at home, Zorya away, and Club Brugge away, 3-0 apiece. We've not let in a single goal. We're top of the group by 3 points. Ajax won 2 games. And we've scored 9 and let in none. So our European Cup is going fantastically. Hence why we're now doing the episode with the Carabao Cup in mind. Because originally we were going to do... if you remember, we're going to do Chelsea at home, Club Brugge at home. But having beaten Club Brugge away 3-0, Club Brugge at home doesn't feel as big a game now. But Bournemouth at home in the Carabao Cup 4th round does feel like a big game. Bournemouth are an absolute thorn in our side. Last year, we lost to them away early on in the season, and that kick-started their season into them winning the league. Yes, we beat them at home, but the damage had already been done by then, and they won the league off that. We then went to them this season, and they hadn't won a game all season. They picked up a couple of points, and we lost 4-1 to them. It's kicked them on again. So it's starting to get... There are South Coast rivals. I mean, yes, Portsmouth are our truest rivals as Southampton, but Portsmouth aren't a real rival anymore. Bournemouth are, especially considering how well they did last year. They're not performing to the same degree this year, but, this is a really big game. So this is a game we're going to show you, plus the Chelsea game, and then we'll probably crack on and then come back for the Ajax match and the Watford, or probably just the Watford-Zorya match, finish off the group stage and see how that goes. But that's where we are. So you can see here that 12th in the league, not great. Moussa Dembele, 16 goals, but it is clear to note that 14 of them have been in the Europa League, and I think like 10 of them were in the qualifying stages. But that's not to diss him. He's currently playing at an extremely good level. Kasper Dolberg, though, picked up 2 injuries. You remember he was injured at the start of the season for 3 or 4 months. That's completely screwed him over. His current ability now has dropped down. He's 3 stars. Even if you go to his report, they say he's declined as a footballer over the last 3 months. He can now only improve by a slight amount. So his entire status as not just a key player for us, but as a wonder kid in total has completely been harmed by that long, lengthy injury spell. He is still just 21 though, so we're getting him back into the first team. He's picked up a couple of goals already. If he can get back to the scoring that he got last season, then maybe the coach report will change. This is all. Don't forget, the star system is based on trends. If if things continue as they are, this is his trend. But if he picks himself up and cracks on, then he'll get far better. Some other notable improvements. Matthijs de Ligt has become arguably our best defender now within the team. Florinel Koeman, is starting to pick on, starting to kick on quite well. Santiago Ascasabar is improving phenomenally. Lozano and Arthur are doing as well as you would expect them to do, considering how we brought them in. Really is performing very well as well. I mean, yes, he's let in 17 in 16, but he's considered 4 stars. He's considered a leading goalkeeper now in the Premiership. I mean, look at his one-on-ones is incredible. 19 in one-on-one. So he has got far better than I expected, and that's been a real good, a good thing for our team pushing on. But that's enough of me rambling on. Now it's time to get into the real crux of the matter and play Bournemouth at home in the League Cup, Carabao Cup. So here we are, Bournemouth at home, and it's League Cup. So we've made a few changes, especially with the Chelsea game in a few days' time. In fact, if you look at the team, other than Gary Cahill, the team is actually the same as probably one of our stronger teams from last year. So Bertrand on the left, Cedric on the right, De Ligt, Cahill, well, not Cahill, but Rulli in goal. Then we've got familiar 3, Højbjerg, Romeo and Sturaro. And then Ontiveros playing on the left. Ontiveros, by the way, is having a great season. He's had 8 goals and 8 assists in 13 a game. So he's playing really well for us. Dolberg's back and hopefully can start pushing on now and trying to get back to the form that we know he can do. And Tadic's back after a lengthy spell out as well. He's had 3 games since coming back. I don't expect Tadic to be with us at the end of this season. We will look to move him on, especially with players like Justin Kluivert coming through, and probably trying to add another player onto that right hand side, maybe someone like Gabriel Barbosa. Looking at the Bournemouth team, it's a strong team from Bournemouth. Lewis Graben, I guess, and Junior Stanislas are 2 players that aren't regulars for them. Same as their goalkeeper, Frederick Orono. So, but other than that, it's a fairly strong team for them. It's a grudge match, to say the least, between these 2 sides. For us, it's a League Cup, which is a magical cup for us. It was our first bit of silverware since, for Southampton for 40 years. It was our first bit of silverware. It got us into Europe. All that one last season ago. So it's important for us, but at the same time, we don't want to risk our progression in the Premiership, especially as that's where the main job. Oh my God, Arthur's been sent off within 40 seconds. Lewis Graben's appearance has amounted to 40 seconds. 40 seconds. His start, or his second game, has lasted just 40 seconds because Harry Arthur's been sent off. Now, we need to try and make some changes. Yeah, let's change the control. In fact, let's make the team shape more fluid, because we really need to. There's Højbjerg. Højbjerg scores. Shut up, Darius. Commentator on the match. Oh, he's offside. Doesn't matter. Carry on. We do need to dominate now, because this is a stroke of luck for us, really. And De Ligt's there, and he's straight at the goalkeeper. Oh, come on. Work the ball in the box. Yeah, why not? Look at this possession. 68%. Odegaard might have to come on to try and unlock that back line, because Odegaard's not on the bench. So, scrap that. Stanislas with the ball. Gets tackled by Cedric. Bournemouth win the ball straight back. Ward-Prowse now. Plays a nice ball to Afobe, to Gosling, and Gosling puts it in. They've got 33% possession. They've had 2 shots. How is this even happening? Sometimes I just wonder if, like, the defence, when you're playing this game, like Cahill should be making a tackle there. I don't understand why he wouldn't tackle there. just lets Gosling run through him, because apparently that's what Cahill does nowadays. Cahill, the clumsiest person in the world, definitely does not let people run through him. Now Bournemouth have got their tails up and are pushing on a bit. But Tadic gets the ball. No. Loses it. Ward-Prowse now. Danzo with a big ball. And Cahill's been absolutely beaten by Phobie. Fortunately, the post wasn't. Cahill just stopped. Oh my word. Right. Come on. Højbjerg. Got options. Plays a good ball to Ontiveros. Not the best ball, but a good ball. Dolberg. Storaro. Tadic. Dolberg's not looking great at the moment. Bertrand to Dolberg though. Dolberg! I say that and he shuts me up with a good finish. That's nice tidy feet. Turn and finish from Dolberg. Sparing our blushes a little bit here. Tadic headers it. Really bad header to Romeo. But then Bertrand here just has a foresight to see Dolberg. And Dolberg, nice, just opens his body up and slots it in past the goalkeeper. That's the finish of a guy that scored 18 goals the season before. Yeah, let's mark a Phobie. He's their only striker on the pitch. We can't allow 10 men Bournemouth to beat us at home. So here we go. Still dominating possession. Still dominating the game. And then here we go. Dolberg. Tadic. He's got options. Ontiveros now. Ontiveros. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. You expect a bit more from the guy that scored 8 goals so far this season. 12 shots on. Nothing's happening. Let's go attacking. Right, we need to change this. Attacking. Very fluid. Substitutions. Ontiveros for Lozano. Tadic for Kluivert. Højbjerg for Arthur. Okay. No. Let's keep that at the moment. 66th minute. Don't forget this game's still going to go to extra time if we... Bertrand. Can he carry on? I think he can. Look, his condition's gone straight back up 70. So, looks okay. We're dominating the game, but we're not scoring. And Lozano will get onto it. Lozano. Bit of magic from Lozano. No. Sticks it wide. But again, poor decision making. 90th minute. I tell you what, if we're going to go to the final again in this cup, we're not going to do it in an easy fashion. Do this for the fans. Kick on. Come on, guys. 20 shots against 3 and it's 1-1. More embarrassingly, they've had 2 clear-cut chances against our 1. And it's going to go to penalties, it looks like. We're halfway through extra time. There's not been a significant attempt on goal in the entire 15 minutes of extra time. Okay. Okay, so now we need to think about what change do we make here. Dolberg's penalty taking is 15. I think he stays on. Højbjerg's penalty taking is 13. Storaro's is 9. Okay, Storaro's the one that's going to go. Moussa Dembele's penalty taking is 15. Arthur's is 15. Arthur's composure is 13. Moussa Dembele's composure is 14. Finishing 15. I feel like Arthur's probably going to keep the balance of the team better, but Dembele is a better penalty taker. That's a real difficult one. Let's go with Dembele. Let's stick Dembele up front as a complete forward in the attack role. We slip him to support as a complete forward. We start extra time in the second half. We are trying to now dominate our man advantage in the late stages of the game with an extra man up front, and we've had a shot off target. 25 shots in this game. 26, 27. Absolutely dominating them, and we're not changing that. 20 penalties it is. And I just feel like this is going to go the wrong way. I feel that in my bones. We don't have the best penalty takers on. I think Lozano takes it over Cedric. I think Musa takes the third. Dolberg with the first. Tadic isn't even on, so we need to take him out. Musa Dembele second. Højbjerg, so we take Højbjerg as a second. Irving, Lozano, Cedric, then Kluivert. Penalty shootout for the second League Cup game running. Dolberg puts it in. Sticks it away. Vergini to take against Rulli. Rulli's got 19 shot stopping. Will this help him? No. Vergini sticks that right in the top corner. Now it's Gosling. ABBA, remember. And Rulli doesn't even move. Lets the ball go straight through him. Højbjerg. Oh, and it's straight at the goalkeeper. Dembele. That's a good penalty. Okay, Rulli needs to pull something out for us. It's Santon. David Santon. Oh, this is it. Stanislas. Saved by Rulli. Okay, chance to go all square now. Lozano. Come on, Lozano. You won the World Cup. You can score a penalty. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. That's a powerful penalty. Cedric. Cedric, you've got a loads of experience. Puts it in. Right, the pressure's on now. Bournemouth. Bournemouth with Max Gradel, who's got the longest walk of everybody that's taking penalties. But still, he's got the longest walk. It feels long. Rulli's there. Rulli's set. Go on. Saves it. That's a great save as well. It's a fourth round. We did it. It was a hard way to do it. It's Bournemouth. I hate Bournemouth so much. Look at this. So 28 shots, 8 on target. Their goalkeeper should have got much better than 6.9. A great game. 57% possession. They had 10 men for 119 minutes. And it took us down to the last penalty. I don't want to give them a massive congratulations for that, because they made it so much harder than it should have been. Oh, and Bertrand's picked up an injury as well, out for a couple of days. Right, okay, we'll be back in a second for the Chelsea match. Okay, here we are for the quarter-final draw. There's not many big teams left in it. Man United. We want to draw Peterborough, right, or Norwich. Even a home draw against Stoke, we could. Not Wolves, because for some reason we struggle against Wolves, and not Man United. But we had all the luck at this stage in the last season, so maybe saying that, it was like Liverpool in the semis and Chelsea in the final. But West Ham at home, we'll play Wolves at home. We'll play Wolves. Southampton, okay, we've got a home draw. That's good. Norwich, good draw. That's a very good draw for us. Stoke, we'll play Newcastle, which leaves Peterborough at home to Man United. Yeah, of course we would have preferred Peterborough, but Norwich at home is a good draw for us. It's the second easiest draw on paper we could have got. It's a home draw as well, which is great. So that should see us through. you'd think to the semi-finals. Anyway, Chelsea in a second. Okay, here we are. We've got Chelsea at home. Now, I'm still reeling from the last result against Bournemouth. It shouldn't have gone to where it got to. We had to rest a lot of players for that in training to be able to get them fit enough for this game. Look at the team. Lozano is dropped to the bench. Not quite got the fitness there at the moment. On to Veros. Keeps his starting place. Justin Kluivert stays on the right hand side. Odegaard is on the bench if we need him to come on. Dembele is taking the up front position, and we're keeping Cahill on just because, well, hopefully he's got some knowledge about Chelsea that he can keep with the team. Look at the Chelsea team. The only real problem for them is no Courtois. They've got this guy Miguel Silva in goal. Not the best goalkeeper in the world, but you know, they've got a decent defence there, and some good fullback, some good wing backs. So it's a difficult one to call. We're both in bad form. I've kind of still gone. Oh, Morata's injured already. He starts off injured. I've kind of gone with a control mentality though, just to see if. Well, we are playing at home, so we should have the better of. Well, I'd hope we'd have the better of the match, and Morata's had to go off straight away. So that's, say that Harry Arter went off in the first match, so Chelsea aren't down 10 men at least. But we are starting to dominate this game a little bit. We've had 3 shots, none of them on target, but Arthur though to Kluivert. Kluivert crosses it in, and Christensen will get the ball to Jorge Mere. I don't know. And Hazard will just dribble past every single person in the team, but then puts it wide. And I thought it actually was a corner, but it wasn't. So yeah, let's look at this. 3 shots on, 1 on target. Okay, Azpilicueta to Pasalic to Willian, who crosses it in, and Hazard. Good save from Rulli. Probably going wide, but he was quick to get to it, which is important. It's been 38 minutes and it's still 0-0. And this is kind of like, it sums up our season at the moment. We're just not scoring goals. We're not threatening. I don't know why that is, because last season we were scoring a lot of good goals. A lot of goals. Didn't have to be good. They were good. They were goals. All goals good, right? If they're for you. So what do we change? Do we change Dembele, who's not having a great game? Do we change Kluivert, who's having a bad game? Do we change on to Veros? Do we change all 3? On to Veros, so to cross it in. Cahill to Romeo. He puts it wide. Okay, 56th minute. Maybe we have to change something. It's Brown's come off, and Gasabar's been injured. Okay. Let's use this. No, we can't. We're going to be really flooded in midfield if we do that. Okay. Storaro on for Gaspar, just a straight change. That's easy enough. Let's bring on Odegaard for what's it, and Dolberg on. We'll keep on Veros on, and hopefully that's going to pay off for us. 65th minute. Delict to Storaro to Arthur. Odegaard now. Back to Arthur. Dolberg. Big ball out to Hysaj. Back in. And Odegaard hits the post. Oh. Odegaard. Pasalic. To Azpilicueta. Fabregas. Hazard. And Hazard straight at Rulli. I feel this game is for the taking. Arthur. Storaro. Odegaard wasn't making a good enough run though, I don't think. Arthur. Big ball out to Hysaj. Cross into Dolberg. Dolberg says hit the bar. And it's a cool kick to Chelsea. We've hit the post. We've hit the bar. Oh. So near yet so far. Come on. Southampton. Come on, is there a last twist in this tale of agony? Miguel to Christensen, and maybe the twist will come from Chelsea. Maybe it will be agony. Pasalic to Christensen. Back to Pasalic. He's been booked. Christensen hasn't. Miguel kicks the ball. Not that far though. It's to De Ligt. Now it's on to Vels to Dolberg. There's options. Dolberg to Storaro. Odegaard. Odegaard sticks it wide. Oh my. Gilliant. 2 minutes remaining. Pasalic straight to De Ligt. Storaro to Cahill. Cahill with a terrible ball. But Ontiveros gets onto it. Odegaard. Odegaard has been a spark of light in this attack. But he's just not been able to have that finishing touch. Arthur to Itter. Itter to cross it into Dolberg. Dolberg hits the other post. 2 posts and the bar. 2 posts and the bar. And Chelsea are going to get away with this. They're going to get away with this, aren't they? Oh, it's a good save by Rulli. We have been the better team. We've had 13 shots against their 6. We've hit the woodwork 3 times. And it's a full-time whistle. It's 0-0. No goals separate us. The media expected Chelsea to win. I'll do one, Michael Anderson, BBC Sport. Ah, unlucky, guys. Unlucky. And that's it. A frustrating end to a fraught video. We had many chances to win that game. We should have won it, I think. But we've ended our horrible run of games 13th in the league, 12 points from a possible 30. We've now got what I would expect as being winnable games ahead of us. So we're going to come back. We're going to come back for Watford, and we're going to come back for Zorya. We're going to finish off the Europa Cup League match, Europa Cup group match, and we're going to play Watford at home. Hopefully when I see you next, we'll have picked up the 3 wins in our other 3 league games, because that's the important thing, getting those wins on the board. 19 points in 3 games time tells a completely different story, because we've still got the majority. And if we look at the games that we've played, like we said, look, Man City draw, it's a good result. Chelsea draw, realistically, it's a good result. Liverpool win, it's a good result. Tottenham, we'll probably beat them at home. Man United, we should have done better. Bournemouth, we could have done better, but they won the title. So I'm not disheartened, but that was a tough match, and we should have done better there. We should have won it. We should have finished this with a really good win. Hey, you know what? We've won 3 before that. Technically 2, because you don't count outside 90 minutes. But still, that's been this episode. It's been a really long one. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've been frustrated by it. If you've enjoyed it, like, subscribe. If you haven't, then watch the next one, because it might get better. If it's simply me you don't like, then watch Dr. Benji, because he's quite good as well. But other than that, it's been great. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow. We can only get better, right?